The veteran kicker, Dustin Hopkins, out to get things started. And off we go from Northwest Stadium. First and 10.
Checkmate, checkmate. Here we go, here we go.
Man in motion is Brown. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And he is hit behind the line of scrimmage. The defense with a statement on the game's first play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Throwing on second down, Daniels. He runs with it. You can't beat a running quarterback. Gain of 16 and a first down.
Mike, this is the element to the position that this guy brings that's just so unique across the league. Not only the speed, but his ability to operate in the open field as a runner. It is hard for a defense to plan for a guy like this.
And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be second down.
Ready? Go, Reed, go. Let's go.
They'll go again with Robinson. Third and a yard.
Gotta be lying. 19 tight, 19 tight. Hurt, hurt. Ready, ready.
Third and a yard. It's Daniels. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Harry McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington. They find the end zone here on the opening drive, and Greg, they're able to do it in the air.
Mike, it makes you wonder, is this drive a sign of things to come? I mean, this secondary, they had their hands full there. Are we going to see it repeated throughout the rest of this game, or are they going to have some answers on defense?
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. On the return, it's Jerome Ford. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. Watson going to throw right away. Now sets up a screen for Chubb. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin.
Well, that's the fast start they talked about all week, Mike. You come out, you take the immediate lead with your opening drive. Your defense goes out there, they force a turnover early. All these plays allow you to just keep stacking momentum early in this ball game. This game is far from over, but anytime you get out to a start like this, it is a lot harder for your opponent to battle back.
First and 10 now from the 36. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. They'll come up now for second down and 4.
Panther Street, Panther Street. Ready.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. Trying to make a play out of the pocket. Couldn't do it. It's intercepted. Picked by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
For these young rookie quarterbacks, every snap in the NFL is an opportunity to have a lesson learned, and sometimes the lessons come than others. In this case, they kind of fool them with their blitz package. It's a little bit more complex at the NFL level than it is necessarily in college, and I think he just got a first-hand taste of just how fast this pressure can get on you. And sometimes when it speeds up that clock, you can make a bad throw.
Now the Georgia Bulldog. Here's Nick Chubb. Down the sideline, inside the 25. They'll get 19 out of that play. It's a Browns first down.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Here's Chubb. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Once again, it's Chubb. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Out of the gun, it's Winston. And he'll take it on in. Elijah Moore. Touchdown, Browns.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back. Even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan, everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. It's a give up the middle to Robinson. And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll go play action here with Daniels. That one to the sideline is over everybody. But now a penalty flag will come in. They may get him for grounding. The task now, a really tough one. 3rd and very long.
Right there, hurt.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Crochet to return it. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They send a receiver in motion left. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They bring Judy in motion. They run a toss to Chubb. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. Winston will work out of the pistol. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
On fourth down, Winston. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. He's going to pick up the Browns' first down, as this defense a little too loose there, giving up 19 yards on fourth down.
And this is why most teams, Mike, decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle four. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeouts, you can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
A huge play just before the half. 37 yards. A run up the middle with Chubb. Down to the goal line. No signal. Is he in? They'll say it did not break the plane, but a real solid gain on first and goal. They'll run with Chubb. Good blocking, and he's in. Nick Chubb. Touchdown, Cleveland. Now Hopkins on to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the Browns will move out to a 14-7 lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. A return now from the 4. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here's first and 10.
Hey, smash Bronco!
Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. That's to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again. Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. Winston to throw on first down. That's going to be incomplete. They say no to the field goal, but that backfires. They're going to come away with nothing as this first half comes to an end. Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half coming up. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. On the ground, it's Chubb to start this drive. He'll be stopped after a pickup of about 3. The veteran Bobby Wagner in there on the stop. They bring Judy in motion. Here's a handoff to Chubb. And he'll get about 4 to the 29. Now a 3rd and 2. Here's Jameis. There's a short throw caught by Njoku. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run the draw with Chubb. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. On the handoff, this is Chubb. And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. The next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
On 1st down, it's Winston. A throw, right side, taken by Njoku.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
They'll go back to forward on 1st down. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. They'll run once more with 4. And he's in! Jerome Ford. Touchdown, Browns.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Daniels. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
And he'll pick up 2 out to the 27. So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8.
Check! Go check! Go check! Ready, ready?
From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. 1st down, Washington.
Here we go, set!
They'll throw with Daniels. That's caught downfield. McLaurin brings it in. And he will score. Game on. Terry McLaurin. Touchdown, Commanders. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Here comes Ford on the return. And the kicking team right there, stopping him before he can get to the 15-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Winston. A good push from the defense. They get him down back at his own 10. On 2nd down, Winston. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Winston. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all he can get out of that one. So on 4th down, the lefty, Corey Bojorquez to punt for Cleveland. Olamide Zaccheaus deep to return. This one fielded out beyond the 25. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. They'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. That's the safety, Grant Delpit. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Chubb, heading left. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Chubb. And no place to go, no place to hide. He's taken down behind the line.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. And some problems communicating on 3rd down, and that's going to be a delay. So after the 5 yards are walked off, they face 3rd and long. Moore going in motion. Off the play fake. Oh, he can't get rid of it, and he's taken down.
Up and Up to this point, this pass rush has been pretty non-existent, so a pretty good time in the game to get their first sack. They're trying to get off the field and give the ball back to their offense and see if they can pull off this comeback.
Going to leave the offense out there for 4th and long. They'll go. Winston. Oh, do you believe it? It's intercepted. Picked off by the former Wolverine, the rookie from Michigan. And he is going to score. A pick-6 for the touchdown. So they make the decision on 4th down to try to go for it. Instead, it goes back the other way for a pick-6.
Yeah, and anytime you go for it on 4th down, you're saying, hey, we don't mind rolling the dice and taking some chances. In this case, it backfires. The defense is able to capitalize, and they take it all the way back the other way.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Here comes Ford on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. This is 1st and 10. From the gun, Winston. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. Second down throw for Jameis. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. Winston. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag comes in. That might make this a 1st down. Winston looking to throw. That's over the middle to his tight end, Njoku. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here as they'll stop with 25 seconds remaining on the clock. Here's 2nd down. Now Winston. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big 3rd down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have 4th down in their back pocket to try to extend this drive and see if they can pull out the win here late.
Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. That's caught. It's the tight end, Njoku. Now we'll get a timeout, Cleveland. That's their 2nd, as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Out of the gun, it's Winston. He'll go right back to Njoku. He's got it again. And he's brought down, but they are out of timeouts.
As the saying goes, Mike, you need your big-time players to make big-time plays, and the moment doesn't get bigger than this. Find yourself down. A touchdown gives you a chance to win this thing in regulation, and I think they got a shot.
This kick is good. And that very likely will be a game winner.
Well, there's no more pressure-filled spot for a kicker than that one right here, Mike. I mean, it's very simple. You make it, you win. You miss it, you lose. And what's he do? He comes through to not only give his team the lead, but most likely the victory.
This taken around the 11. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Check mash. Check mash. Ready.
Here we go. One final play. And that's going to be incomplete. The defense holds here in the final minute, and they're going to get out of here with a victory. So it's a win for the visiting Cleveland Browns. This one went all the way down to the wire.